All right, so this Saturday night on ESPN, you have the two Miguels, Berchelt versus Roman, and what I think should be a classic fight, a very good fight. The last time I watched Berchelt fight was against Takashi Miura, and he's had a couple of fights since then, but that was the fight that I last saw and was definitely impressed how Berchelt outboxed him, thinking to myself going into that fight, this was going to be a slugfest. It had its action moments in the fight, but I thought that Berchelt, I thought he fought an excellent fight. He outboxed him and made it easier for himself to win the fight. And the last time I saw Roman fight was against Orlando Salido when he was whipping his ass until he stopped him, I think in the 7th or the 8th round. And he's had a few fights since then. I think 2. This to me is an excellent fight. You got two fighters in there that can slug it out and can stop you. Both guys have pretty good power, very good power at that weight class of 130, and should make for an excellent fight. You know, these are the kind of fighters that someone like Tank Davis should be fighting, right? I think that they use politics to avoid, for Tank Davis that is, to avoid fighters like this. These are winnable fights that I think he can win. He's capable of winning, but they're dangerous fighters when you're not too sure about a fighter, whether it has to do with him being too young or, not disciplined enough to fight these kind of fights. In any case, they're fighting each other, and it should make for a great fight. I think Top Rank is doing a good job on putting on fights that they could possibly, or the best fights they can possibly make, and this is one of those fights. I guess there's a lot on the line for both guys, right? If whoever comes out of this fight, you can see them in a big fight later on in the future, whether it's a Tank Davis or not, or maybe they move up in weight, go to 135 and fight Vasyl Lomachenko, who's on the Top Rank and would be an easier fight to make. That seems like a great possibility that they can do that for the future. But they're fighting Saturday night, and I'm going to lean towards Berchelt to beat Roman because I feel that he has more. There's more versatile to his fighting style. He can box. He can slug it out. I think he's the bigger man. As you can see, he got him by 2 or 3 inches in height. He's the longer fighter. He could probably put on more weight. And like I said, I think he's the better overall boxer from what I've seen so far. I think it's going to be a war. I think he's going to push Berchelt to the limit. Have some really good moments in this fight. As we can see, he's not the guy to fuck around with. When Orlando Salido decided to not fight Lomachenko in a rematch and picked Roman to fight, we saw what happened, right? I haven't seen Orlando Salido get beat up that bad in a long time. I don't think I've ever seen him get beat up that bad. And of course he's older fighter, and I get that. So he's one of those guys you can't sleep on. Berchelt cannot sleep on him. So to me, this is why this is a interesting fight. Does Berchelt have to slug it out with him? Can he outbox? Can he box him the way he did with Takashi Miura and win like that? Or does he have to do a mixture of both? For that's why I find this fight to be very interesting. So I got Berchelt beating Roman. I'm going to say a late TKO stoppage. I say he stops him in round 10. That is my video. Peace.